Back again, brothers and sisters, trying my hand at another video. I get in a hurry and I forget about stuff, and then I think about something that I'm going to say. But what I want to talk to you today about, this little video, is about the experience I had amongst some of the people that were religious, that believed in Christ Jesus. And they were mixing it with the flat earth. They were having their activism, and they were out on the corner and talking about it. And one of these people, in fact, a couple of them, that's the reason I don't, if I'm going to talk to somebody about the earth, God's cosmology, I'm going to kind of leave it be. I'm not going to bring too much of my religious stuff into it, because let me tell you why. One of these brothers, and I don't call his name, and I don't want to call their name. There's two of them, really, that I know. Well, I've met several of if I call their names, they're major people in what we think of as a flat earth community. People that believe in God's cosmology. He brought his religion into it and tried to hand out a pamphlet. And the fella didn't want to take it, and he winds up in a shouting match. And this particular guy wondered, if I told you his name, you'd know who he was. So I'm not going to tell him. But because I believe he's sincere. I believe he believes what he believes, but it's wrong, brother and sister. He started shouting at the guy and told him, going to hell. It was just a big, ugly scene. And I don't believe, and when I go out, if I'm going to talk to somebody, this thing happened at Toomer's Corner up here in Auburn. I'll just tell you that much. But we was having a good conversation. The college students were coming by. They saw the banner. They come up and they said, they were just floored. We told them about it. Now, if they ask you about the religious side about it, if they ask you something about it, and they tell you they're a Christian, then you share. But then, but one fellow was trying to convert some people going to hell, and I said, well, I'm not having any part of that. So I don't join up. I'm not a joiner now. I'm not going to do that, because when you align yourself with somebody else, then you get tarred with the same brush. Hey, these people are crazy, No, I don't believe that. Now, my religion is totally different than that, than the something to do gospel that most of America thinks. They think they have the flat earth truth, but they don't have the gospel truth, what the gospel is really all about. And they try to bring that into it, but they have the flat earth truth, but then they don't have the truth about the sovereign grace of God, that he's got a people. So they don't believe that people that he loves. They don't. My people perish for lack of knowledge, and they'll perish down the road. They're going to get in trouble if they don't find out this truth that I had to learn. It took me most of my life to learn it, because it was totally opposite. The Declaration of Independence says we hold these things to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Well, that's obvious that that's not true. When I remember thinking about that. All men created equal. I don't believe that's true. What, these men wrote that down? No. All men are not created equal. God has a people before the world started. He created them with a destiny. And so the people that are going to hell, which I believe are very few, compared to the great multitude that his great love and rich mercy has procured, has paid the price for, those people are what the Bible calls goats. And a goat can't make himself a sheep, brothers and sisters. That's what I'm talking about this morning. I mean, it's getting to be afternoon, isn't it? But anyway, big ugly scene. And I don't want to be, if I go out again, I'd rather be with somebody that's going to talk about the flat earth. And if they mention the God side of the thing, then you say, well, the Bible says in Joshua that the sun and moon stood still in the midst of heaven. So which one you going to believe? You say stuff like that, but you don't tell them they're going to hell and all this other stuff. But we don't know who's going to hell or who's going to heaven. We don't know that. That's in a book written. It's up there where Jesus is, and he's going to read them off, and then we'll find out. Then it'll be manifest. Not now. Then it'll be manifest. My name might not be there, as far as you know, say. I hope it is, but I hope it is, but it might not be there. Say, uh, 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 I got bright hope that it is, but it might not. And see, that's the way we ought to be humble about the thing. But aside saying, well, hey, get on my boat over here, you're going to hell if you don't. Give them, you know, now that happened at the thing, and I don't believe in mixing religion with with the flat earth activism. I don't believe that. I'd go out and stand on the corner. I stood out there. Some nice Auburn students came up, had a great fun. It was just fun. People were coming up and asking questions. And nobody was, and then the religion came in it. This fellow, I thought he knew something about religion, came in it. And then that's when I separate. So from now on, if I do something, I'm going to do it either by myself. Really, that's the way I work. I roll down in Alabama. I do it by myself, or maybe one other person. If you know, if somebody agrees with me, I might talk. Might go back down to that corner down there. But they had a banner up and it was drawing people. But the religious stuff came in and the love went out the window, say. But there's lots of wonderful college students that you could tell they were regenerate and they knew God. People that have love know God. They might not have their religious ducks in a row, cause or know what you know. But if they have love, brothers and sisters, here's what I'm screaming. They are born of God. Everyone that loveth is born of God. And I want you to be on the lookout for them when you're down at the store today. Be on the lookout for them. Somebody let you in line, nice to you. I believe they're born of God. I don't care what goofed up religion they have. Anyway, just wanted to let you know what I was thinking of. This is my second video today. No, third video I'm putting up today. But anyway, I want to tell you about this, put a disclaimer on this song that I put up. It's 500 Miles. I really thought that was a humorous song. And I know that the Cleverleys, they do off-color stuff you can't put up. You know, I don't recommend them on all their videos. But on this particular song, it reminded me of what what the ladies love to hear. 500 miles, 500 more. Just listen to that song if you think that's a funny song. But I don't recommend them except for that one song, and where they and notice that they keep a straight face, and they wear those funny hats, and great musicians, all of them. You know, not gonna judge them, but I know they do some ugly stuff. But on this particular song, it's like I say, it's family friendly, and I believe somebody might enjoy watching it. And I tell my wife, I said, that's exactly what she wants to hear. I walk 500 miles, 500 more, and everything, you know, they love to be, love for you to talk like that. I thought that was funny. And so I recommend that particular one. Anyway, what else was I thinking about? Yeah, and anybody got some wants to turn me on to some music? We used to say that in the 60s. Turn me on. We'd get a record album. We'd go to somebody's house and turn the lights out. Hey, I'm sad to say, I never bought any, but somebody might have a joint and they'd pass it around. And I wasn't very big on that, but you know, I was in there when I was more of a beer drinker. But every once in a while, somebody passed one around. And we say, let me turn you on. And then they'd put a record on it and they'd turn you on to some new song that was coming out in the 60s. And we'd listen to it, you know, sit there and watch it roll around and around. But yeah, I'm a fallible man. I'm a sinner saved by grace, hopefully. But just want to put that out there. because some people get this holier than thou thing that they never listen to any kind of secular music. I tell you what, they got some of the sorriest music now in some of these so-called churches that it'll force you to go to the secular side just to find somebody that can play and sing, that somebody has a gift. Most all of it now, and I mean all of it, is the music. The so-called church music is not right. I noticed, got just a few minutes here, these people, they have these people that get on with these bullhorns. They go all over the world. All of a sudden, they got money galore to travel over the sea, overseas, and down all over America, and get out there with bullhorns and give their version of what they call the gospel. And they might get on there and say something like this to some, these terrible homosexuals, or this group or that group, and they'll be, but all the time they're slipping in this something to do gospel say. Well, I want to tell you something about homosexuals. Some of them are nice. Some of the homosexuals are what we call lesbians. Some of them are nice people. I believe they're going to be in heaven because sin is sin. Say, sin is sin. Sin is sin. And lots of them are going to be in heaven if they are God's elect. That's what I'm telling you. He said, let me judge these people. But they get out there and they judge them and act like they're these righteous people, and they give their false gospel. Listen, you see it on the internet. They got these bullhorns. And I commented one time on one of them. He was out there screaming, telling people they were going to hell, and screaming at the homosexuals. I know it's a sin. Homosexuality is sin. But we're sinners too, brothers and sisters. It's by the grace of God. Paul said in Romans 2, leave these people alone. He said, I'll handle them. He said, I'll judge them. God knows how to judge everybody, whether it's a big sin or little sin. So there were some people in the New Testament thinking they were better than these other folks that were doing all these horrible things. Horrible, horrible things. But look, I tell you, brothers and sisters, I always wondered why. I mean, I knew some of these people that got mixed up in this, in homosexuality and this depravity, all kinds of depravity, not just that. All kinds of depravity, drugs, and brothers and sisters, I have nothing but compassion and mercy for these people and any people, no matter what the sin, because it's by the grace of God we all go, and all we need to do is pray, not get out and holler and act like you all this and that, got all these degrees, so you can straighten these folks out that they can, they have a problem. I don't know what it is, but that's just what I was thinking about. Are there going to be people homosexual in heaven? Well, I believe there's going to be some that had that tendency. Yeah, I believe there's going to be some there. There's going to be all kind of people, drunkards, people that didn't get victory over that particular vice within this lifetime, but God had mercy on them. Didn't know a thought like that, did you? Might get some comments on this. But anyway, I just like to say this, brothers and sisters. Peace and love from Miss O'Boy down here in Alabama. And put your comments in the comment section. And I'll try to get them if I can. And I appreciate all the good stuff that everybody's done for me. And I'll try to do another video. This is the third video today, isn't it? Okay. Well, I've got a lot of time on my hands. Peace and love, Miss O'Boy down in Alabama.